Colorado High School Activities Association football is on Morgan County's B106, b106.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Tonight from Legion Field in Fort Morgan, Colorado, it is game 3 for the Fort Morgan Mustangs as they host the Lutheran Lions, and this will be their second game of the season. Along with Brian Nickel, Kevin Rohde beside me. This pregame show is brought to you by Morgan Community College. Start your associate degree, continue your education, or get a specialized certificate. Visit morgancc.edu for more. Kevin, we've seen this team a number of times, and from what I understand, it's not going to be much difference. They like to pass the ball, and they like to do it quick.
Yeah, they definitely like to play at a faster pace than the teams that we played the last 2 weeks, and they're somewhat of a mystery in that they lost big to a team from Texas, and I looked it up, and it's a 6A team from Texas, ranked a little higher than them nationally on Max Preps. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying, so we really don't know. They're because last year they really handled them quite well and came and played us, and it was at home on their AstroTurf where it's fast. Here they're out in this smoky, hazy, country and got grass that's a little bit longer. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Yep, they got the bands coming out. I believe they have the high school and the middle school marching bands tonight to do the national anthem. So we will leave it right here and catch up with them when they get lined up here.
Yeah, so, that first game of Morgan's was somewhat of a, not moral victory, but, you felt like you played a really good team and you played them close and had a chance.
Right.
Last week we played a pretty good team and had a chance, but it was brush. And so there's no moral victory there. So
they're going to start here. Nice job there by the high school and middle school bands. Sound pretty good. So
yeah, God bless America.
That's right.
Yeah, and like a band, everyone has to play together to make the music sweet. And I think the key to the game tonight is for Fort Morgan, all phases of the game to play together. Everybody to play their responsibilities. Don't give up any big plays, and don't fumble the ball, and minimize penalties. And, like the last 2 games, I think we have a chance to at least be in it.
Yeah, I think so. Our key to the contest is brought to you by B&B Appliance. With over 30 years of experience, B&B Appliance can help match the appliances to your needs. Stop by at 502 Ensign Street in Fort Morgan. Well, I think we'll send it back to the station for a minute and then be back with the kickoff here between Lutheran and Fort Morgan on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Brian Nickel, Kevin Rohde back here at Fort Morgan Legion Field, and we are ready to get this underway. Kickoff, it looks like it's going to be out of bounds, way out of bounds. So that will give Lutheran decent field position. The first and 10 at their own 35. Fort Morgan won the toss and deferred to the second half.
And so we will see how fast they run. Remember last year, at the end of every play, whoever had the ball would run it back to the middle and hand it to the official while everyone else lined up, and away they'd go. But they seem a little slower heading out. Oh, they're going to re-kick it.
They apparently think they can get better field position than the 35, which is always a possibility, because that'll move them back 5 yards. Kind of odd, but we will re-kick here.
Well, they've scouted for Morgan, and they know that we're prone to long kickoff returns. So
yep. Trying to see who that is. But anyway, give the second try. Kick off to the left side. It's going to be fumbled out of bounds. Actually, it's worse. It's going to be out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. So that kind of backfired on Lutheran. They lost about 7 yards on the kick. It'll be 1st and 10 from their 28. So we will see what Lutheran.
Look like they have some size up front. 77 is a nicely sized fella.
Eli Abramson, the senior, is back from a year ago. 2 receivers left, man in motion. Going to be a handoff up the middle, going to bounce it off to the left side, across the 35, across the 40, going to be enough for a first down. He gets it out to the 39-yard line.
28.
So.
Gain is good for a Lutheran.
1st and 10 from the 39, and they're right back at it. Pass out in the left flat's going to be caught at the 40, 45, 50 down that left sideline. And I got to keep my head up here and not look down too often. That's down to the Mustang 37.
Pass was completed to number 10. Good for another Lutheran first down.
So they're flag on the play.
Flag on the field. False start on the offense.
So they outsmarted themselves on that one. So that'll be 1st and 15 from the 42. If they get right back up to the line, that is something that hasn't changed. 2 receivers right, 1 setback. And that is Evan Holdridge. 2 receivers to the left are going to move 1 back here to the right, so there'll be 3 right. It's like Tavish Burt. So 3 receivers right. Pass down that left sideline, and that is going to be caught. Going to be dropped. He had it for a minute, but nice job there by the defensive back for Morgan, and that is Austin Hall.
Number 5, Austin Hall.
That broke up the pass.
Yeah, and I didn't really like the way the official let that receiver kind of push off and get some room there out there. You know, I understand in the NFL where it's all about scoring.
Yeah.
They'll let your multi-million-dollar players push off and get that advantage. But in high school, it's got to be fair. The way I look at it.
So not quite as fast as pace as they have in the past, but 2 receivers right, 2 left of the setback next to Abramson. He's going to roll back. Pass is going to be deflected. Nice job there. I believe that was Juan Sanchez Calavillo.
Juan Sanchez Calavillo.
So that'll bring up a 3rd and 15.
That'll bring up 3rd down.
And they had a little crossing route there on the outside. The slot receiver was doing an out. The wide was coming in. I think he was going to be open for a few yards.
So 2 right, 2 left. Mustangs, they did move. They pointed out, I think it was that right tackle.
False start on the offense.
That'll send them back another 5. That'll be 3rd and 20.
3rd down.
Back
Yeah,
to the 47.
Took a while for the official to call that.
Yeah. It's taking them just a little bit longer to get the plays in, but you got to be alert. They're a good passing team. Snap back. Abramson looks to the right. Still looking, got to get some pressure on him. He's going to take off running on that left side. He's going to get downfield, and he is going to get down, see if he's in far enough for the first down. And if he was pushed out, now he's going to get enough yardage
Yeah, just
right at the marker. Had a couple of chances to bring him down, but he pulled away from it. So it's 37 or 27, excuse me. Man in motion, going to be a handoff. Bounce out to that left side, down to the 15, down to the 10. He's going to get into the end zone for a touchdown. Is Lutheran. And
touchdown Lutheran, number 28, Evan Holdridge.
Holdridge with a touchdown. Didn't take long for them to get downfield. Took them 6 plays, and that was, they overcame a 3rd and 20.
Yeah, those 2 running plays, we definitely see how they have a little more speed than what we've been used to seeing.
Yeah.
He left everybody, he was gaining ground on him as he was running into the end zone.
Yeah, they got to be able to tackle, that's for sure. They're still short a guy. See if they're going to get this off in time, or they're going to have to be set back. And they kick the extra point. We'll see. Yep, they get it off. A bad snap, going to be fallen on by Lutheran. So that was a positive.
Yeah, they definitely have the talent, but my first take on their first drive is they don't seem as disciplined and, you know, sharp as they have in years past.
Yeah.
We've played them. Yeah, I remember first time we played them was in the playoffs and a couple times, and then we ended up having them in our league for a couple years at least. And then we've seen them in like non-league preseason, whatever you want to call it. And so yeah, we're somewhat familiar with the school and the team, and so we'll see how Fort Morgan does. I bet they won't. They'll use a little more clock.
Yeah. You gotta have some ball control. You don't want to give the ball back to them real quick. This first quarter is brought to you by Better Electric, covering all electric work from residential to commercial to agricultural. Better does matter. Call 970-521-1030. So back for the Mustangs is going to be Ben Fritzler and Frank Urias.
Let's all rise for the kickoff.
Kicking off for the Lions is Max Williams, a senior. With 11:06 to go in the first quarter. Nice high kick. Ben gets it at about the 12, across the 25, the 30, 35, 40, 45, sticks his head, and then he goes. A nice return there by Ben Fritzler.
Number 13, Ben Fritzler on the return.
Yeah, he kind of made a decision to cut it back in. I think he could have got another 5 by continuing to go to the sideline, but he was going to be tackled there, so he thought maybe if I break through the line, I can get a little bit farther.
I think he just as soon be the aggressor on the tackles as he'd rather give them a little bit of punishment. Snap back, hand off to Fritzler as he goes up the middle. He gets about, that was from the 48, gets about 3. 2nd and 7 from the Lutheran 49.
Plays in.
J.J. Marquez at quarterback. Fritzler behind him. 2 receivers to the right, Isaiah Ortiz and Austin Hall. Pass over the middle to Isaiah Ortiz at the 40. Bounces it out to the 30. 25, 20, 15, 10. He's going to cut it in, and he is going to be down just short of the end zone. But a nice job there by Isaiah Ortiz cutting in from the outside. He gets it all the way down to the 4-yard line, I believe.
Nice gain of 45 yards.
So 1st and goal. what they got to do. I mean, if they're going to throw the ball to you, you got to catch it. That was a big problem with them last week with the brush. They dropped a lot of would-be touchdowns last week. So full house backfield behind JJ. Going to be handed off to Fritzler off that right side, and looks like a no gain. So it'll bring up a 2nd and goal from the 4. He had some blocking there, but just couldn't sustain it long enough for him to get to it. I don't know if a quick hitter maybe would be better.
A slowly developing play. You're right, and I think although they're packing a lot into the box to keep that from happening. I thought when I saw JJ under center, we were just going to see 3 push pushes.
Yep. JJ under center again, and it's going to be a quick hitter up the middle. And offside on Lutheran, so that'll get him half the distance, I believe. That should make it down to the 2.
Encroachment on the defense. Half the distance to the goal line.
So 2nd and goal from the 2.
See, in here, I'd like him to at least try that touch push.
Yeah.
You know, do that twice and get in. Although they're pretty stout up front.
This is when you need to get the other defensive linemen or offensive linemen that aren't playing and line them up behind JJ. So 2nd and goal from the 2. See if the Mustangs can punch it in. JJ Fritzler over that right side and into the end zone for the touchdown. Ben Fritzler as the Mustangs answer that first touchdown by Lutheran as they go and get a touchdown of their own with 8:41 to go here in the first period.
Now if we can get that extra point.
That is Irvin Melendez Corona. Cooper Chisholm, the holder. Snap back, skip, and that ball is going to be blocked. It wasn't a good snap. And I had seen, of course, long snapper I thought I'd seen him in there before was Broden Jess, but I don't see him in there right now. Somebody else must, well, he did come off, so he might be the snapper for the kickoff or for the extra points too. So the Mustangs answered in 4 plays. With 52 yards.
So 4 plays for both teams to score. Not taking a lot of.
Yeah. We'll see if this continues tonight. We'll see if we have a high-scoring game we have. But a nice answer by the Mustangs, running and passing. Fritzler was able to get in on the right side of that offensive line. They got that push. Return man, I can't ever see their numbers very well for Lutheran. I believe one of them on this side is Josiah John, I believe.
I think the other side is number 7.
The ball rise for the kickoff.
Tuck Tanner, or Tanner Tuck.
According to my things, Chance Romero is kicking off for the Mustangs. Nope, it's not. It was somebody different. Kickoff down to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and finally brought down just short of the 40. So 1st and 10 from Lutheran at the 38-yard line. Nice return.
And we'll see if they continue to mix it up. They are pretty even, 3 runs and 1 pass.
So 3 receivers split wide left, 2 to the right. I'm going to put a man in motion. It's going to be a run up out the left side. And finally going down, gets knocked down on the far side by Aiden Miraz.
Number 28, Evan Holbridge on the carry.
45.
So 2nd down,
7-yard gain, 2nd down.
3. Two receivers right, left, snap back. Looks over on that left side, wide open at about the 44-yard line and goes out of bounds. And that is going to be Nico Martinez, I believe, number 8. No, it's going to be number 6, Van Runyon.
Pass is completed to number 11 for a first down.
So first and 10 from the 45. Snap back. There'll be a handoff, going to bounce it out to the right side. Gets outside. Looks like there may be a hold, maybe coming back. But nice open field tackle here on the near side by Avery Duggar. And it is coming back, holding on the offensive line of Lutheran. Still be first down, be first and 20. That'll put them back into their own territory, back to their 45.
And let Fort Morgan catch their breath.
Yeah.
Holding call against Lutheran, 10-yard penalty.
So 7:55 still left here in the opening quarter, 6-6. Lutheran marches down 6 plays and scores. Fort Morgan gets the ball, goes down in 4 plays and scores. Neither one got the point after. Two receivers left, two right as they stand and get their instructions from the far sideline. Eli Abramson, shotgun formation. Two receivers left, two right. Going to be a pass out in the flat, and that is going to be to Van Runyon once again. Another flag. Let's see what that is. Ineligible man down. He must have got down quick because he didn't have the ball hardly at all. Apparently thought it was going to be a run.
So that wipes that pass off.
That's a 5 yards, so it'll be first and
15 yards. Oh, yeah, it was. I already lost 10. So. Yeah, first and a long ways, but they get those long yardage.
yeah.
plays.
Yeah, we saw that in the first possession. Two left, two right. Abramson shotgun. Snap back, looks over here to the right side. Pulls it down, it's open on that left side, and he gets hit pretty hard about the 45. And it goes down the host of Mustangs. Looks like one of the Mustangs is Alonzo Cardenas.
Second down.
So to bring up a 18, second and 18.
He's pretty disciplined. He looks, and if those receivers aren't open on their primary routes, he just tucks it and runs, and he's got the ability to get downfield.
I think he had quite a few yards last year. Snap back, pass out into the flat to Runyon once again. He is going to be right at midfield. So a gain of 3. Third and 15 from the 50. Six minutes to go. Opening quarter here from Legion Field in Fort Morgan. Two receivers right, two left. Abramson quick hits the pass at the 40 of the Mustangs. 35, 30, 25, and it's finally brought down. And a flag.
Number 11.
That was a late flag. I'm not sure just
We have a flag on the field.
see what that was, if it was something on the tackle. Sideline warning on the Mustangs. Hopefully it's just a warning.
Sideline warning against the Mustangs, I believe.
Down to the 29. 21 yards on that play.
At the 24-yard line.
24.
That's a pretty pass. Those guys know how to catch the ball. They got their hands just set just right, and it goes just like a vacuum. Abramson drops back, looks over that left side. Now on the right side, floats it down there, and he threw it over the intended receiver, Nick Park.
Ball's incomplete. Number 13, Ben Fritzler.
If it had been down just a little bit, he had it because he had got a couple of steps behind the Fort Morgan defense.
Yeah, and we're out there on an island playing a lot of man-to-man defense to try and contain the running game.
as they await their instructions. Abramson, excuse me. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Going to put man in motion. Nick Park going to be a keeper. Nice job by the defensive end. And that is going to be J.J. Marquez. Nice job by the J.J. to get Abramson back at the... They finally put it at the 30. So a loss of 6. Third and 16. Third and 16
right here on this play, just down.
1 receiver right. Abramson looks over on the left side, looking downfield and over the head. Oh, it isn't over the head. It was into the hands of the receiver and into the end zone for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Lutheran.
I believe that is Van Runyon again. I believe that is number 6. So touchdown pass with 4:46 to go. And they will try for the point after try. Once again, that will be Max Williams, the kicker, and their holder is Colin Huber. Twelve to 6 at the moment. See if Lutheran gets the extra point, and it is good. So with 4:46 left here in the first period, we are going to take a 30-second break as the Mustangs trail at 13 to 6 on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Kevin Rohde and Brian Nickelback here at Legion Field in Fort Morgan. Christy Creighton and Dylan Watson
Rise for the kickoff.
back at the studios for us tonight. Dylan learning the ropes tonight. And it's going to be an onside kick, and it's going to be recovered, I believe, by the Mustangs. I believe they got on it. I don't see any flags, so no illegal touching, I don't believe. We'll see when they finally do it. Fort Morgan does get us a great field position by the Mustangs. Broden Jess on the bottom of the pile.
Interesting to kick an onside kick when
Yeah,
you're
I
up
think-
by 7.
I think we've seen that before, haven't we? Didn't we see that from them in the past?
Yeah.
From the 46?
You got to have that killer instinct. When you got them down, go for the juggler.
Yep.
That's what Lions do, right?
That's right. Get you and take you down. And JJ handoff to Fritzler as he's going to try to bounce it out that right side, and he is going to be thrown for a loss. No blocking there on that right side. That's going to be a loss back to the 41. That'll be a loss of 5, so that'll bring up a 2nd and 15.
Yeah, they're just bringing a lot of people up to the line of scrimmage. You're going to stop the run and challenge us to pass. And, of course, they'll have the rush with all those people up, so it's got to be quick passes.
Yep. Yeah, had a nice pass on that first drive to Isaiah Ortiz. 2 receivers to the right. Aiden Brown kicks it out here to the left side, and he is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Ben Fritzler had taken a play off, but he is going to go back in. This will be 3rd and long. That's a loss of 4. So 3rd and 19 from the 37-yard line.
Lutheran playing a 4-man front, and then an outside linebacker up on the line on the one side, and a couple linebackers, so like a 4-3.
Austin Hall split wide left, 3 receivers to the right. Fritzler in the backfield with JJ. JJ, it's going to be a draw to Fritzler, and he's going to get it back up to the 40.
Number 13,
It'll be a gain of only 3. So that'll bring up a 4th down for the Mustangs, and I presume Frankie
3-yard gain on the play, 4th down.
will get a chance to punt. I was watching him earlier. He was doing some, almost like the soccer run and then kicking, and he was doing pretty good, plus the original
Injured Lion on the play.
kicking it, just straight back, snapping straight back and then kicking it in a couple of steps. But have a Lion that is down at the moment.
They're holding his knee and they're not stretching out for cramps, so unfortunately he's probably got dinged a little bit, but he is sitting up.
23 is Barrett Kinsman.
Yep, junior. Probably one of the defensive
Injured
backs.
Lion is number 23, Barrett.
He got his bell rung a little bit because he doesn't seem to be favoring anything right now. So,
Right.
so 4th and 16 from the 40.
Who we playing tonight, Coach?
Yeah.
Oh, hopefully not. Hopefully he doesn't have concussion.
So Mustangs in punt formation. A nice, that's going to be a short punt by Frankie, and that's going to go out at the, I'm not sure where that ref is looking at. They're marking it back up, marking it right there about the 45. That's where I thought it had gone out originally.
I was thinking that's where one of the Fort Morgan coaches caught it
Yeah.
out of bounds. And the ref was almost hit with the ball, but yet he went 10 yards down, farther downfield. Not the ideal punt, but I think there's a little bit of a breeze tonight. So maybe that'll slow Lutheran down, throwing the second half, having to go into that a little bit.
Actually, their flag looks like it should be to his back. It's kind of blown out of the northeast. He just missed it. That was all there is to that. So 1st and 10 from the 45. Run on the near side and going to be a loss of, I don't know if it's going to be a loss of 1 or not.
Helping out on the stop, number 32, Quinton Elliman.
It'll be 2nd down.
1-yard loss on the play.
Give him 2nd down and 11. So the Mustangs need to stop him here. They don't want to get down too far. I mean, they're only down 13-6, but didn't answer that play. Pass over the left side, and that's going to be complete inside Fort Morgan territory. Down to the 48. Short of the 1st down, so that'll bring up 3rd and 3. From the Fort Morgan 48. Abramson with the throw is going to be over the head of his intended receiver, Brody Rasmussen. So 4th and 3.
Yeah, I think they were already figuring they were going on 4th, so why not try to catch us, trying to stop a short run.
So 4th and 3, Mustangs see if they can get a stop here, get some good field position. Not used to Lutheran taking so long at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
So 2 receivers right, 2 left. Going to be a hand, it's going to be a fake, excuse me, and going to be a pass downfield to the 35, 36, a quick hitter. As Runyon
Stop made by number 20, Avery Duggar.
came from that left side for the completion. So 1st and 10 from the Mustang 37. Runyon and Rasmussen split to the left side. On the right side is Tavish Burt. I could not see who the other receiver was on this near side. And I put Burt in motion, going to hit him out on that left flat. He's going to get down to the 30. 30, yeah, they're going to mark with the 30, so that'll be a gain of 7. 2nd and 3.
Pass play is good for about 7
Yeah, they're
yards.
just-
Now they're snap back to Abramson, going over the middle, and that is going to be in and out. It's going to be through the hands of the intended receiver, but nice job defensively by Jaden Carrera.
Yeah, he was right there on that coverage and got a hand up there, deflected it.
He was right there in his pocket. So 3rd and 3 from the Mustang 30.
I like that play 2 plays ago where they had Tavish go in motion and through them, because it's hard for a defender to follow all the way through those linebackers and get over there.
So true receivers near on the left side, going to put a man in motion, going to be a handoff, and a nice job there by the defensive front line, and that is that number. I thought it was 50.
By number 67, Kale O'Connor.
67. Okay, I thought it was 57. Cale O'Connor.
Back to the 33, a loss of 3 for Holdridge.
So 4th and 6. Once again. Cale O'Connor with the tackle. So 4th, and they're saying 4th and 5.
Nico Martinez in the game for the Lions.
Snap back to Abramson. Pass, that's going to be almost intercepted, but in right there in his pocket is Jordan Perez. So nice job by the Fort Morgan Mustangs on that possession, as they stop the Lutheran Lions after they march from their 45 down to the Mustang 33. So that will be, now they're saying the 32. So
Yeah, I don't know how the ball changes position on an incomplete pass, but
So 3.7 seconds left in this first period. Lutheran up 13 to 6. So 1st and 10, Fort Morgan from their own 32. 3.7 seconds. This will be the last play of the first quarter. Going to be a handoff to up the middle, and that is going to be Juan Sanchez Calvillo. A nice job as they get down. Not quite into Lutheran territory. They get it out to the 49. So that brings the first quarter to an end with the Lutheran Lions leading your Fort Morgan Mustangs 13 to 6 on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Handoff to Ben Fritzler as he goes around that left side, but there's a flag about the 43-yard line. And that is coming back. There's going to be a hold. So that nice run there by Ben Fritzler is for naught. So that will be continue to be a first down. And they still mark that back from the. Nope, it's only like a 3-yard loss. 3-yard loss.
Home Plate Restaurant.
So that will be
Glass Company and Morgan County Motors.
1st and 12 from the 47. So it was a 2-yard loss on the penalty as it happened downfield. Somebody out on that left side flagged for the hold. Juan Sanchez Calvillo lines up in the wing on the left side. It's going to be a fake by J.J. Marquez, and then he is swallowed up at their own 40, so that will be a loss of 7. 2nd and 19 from the 40. Play action did not fool Lutheran on that one. No.
Yeah, they got to get something going here.
Yeah. Yep. I have 2nd and 19, or so 2nd and 20. Snap back to JJ, rolls out to his right, pass downfield, a nice catch by Frankie Urias as he takes a pounding on the tackle, but does hold on to the ball. He gets it into Lutheran territory.
48-yard line. 3rd down.
That'll bring up a 3rd and 7 from the Lutheran 48.
JJ still perfect on passing, 2 for 57 yards.
See what their decision here is. Broden Jess split to the right. Going to line up as a tight end. Isaiah Ortiz split to the right. 2 receivers to the left. JJ rolls back, is going to be pressured, and he pitches it back to Fritzler. He's going to get down inside the 40. Nice job there by the Mustangs, and nice job there by Fritzler to be there for JJ. JJ was going down, and he just pitched it back to him.
Yeah, if he would have pitched it forward that yard, he would have gotten credit for the pass. But as it went backwards, it's all run, and it's all Fritzler's. Smart thinking.
Yep. So 1st and 10 Fort Morgan from the Lutheran 39-yard line. 2 receivers left, 2 right. JJ hands it off to Fritzler, and not much there. And they're not going to give him anything. They're going to say it's a just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the Lutheran.
And on the stop, number 57,
39. Ryan Tisdall with a stop for Lutheran. And that's the same kid that was down before.
No,
Nick Park, or was that somebody else that was?
This one's 15, Nick Park. No, it was someone else last time, but this one looks more like a cramp.
Work it out a little bit. So it depends what rankings you look at to see who's first in league. I think Max Preps now has Roosevelt number 1.
Yeah, and Roosevelt, I believe, goes to Holy Family tomorrow night. I think that would be a great game to go to if you are so inclined.
The Holy Family is ranked number 4. This is in the Max Preps, but Roosevelt's number 1, Windsor at 2, Thompson Valley is at 3, Holy Family is at 4. Green Mountain, who started at number 1, is now number 5. They were defeated last week. Lutheran is number 6, Meade is 7th, Pomona is 8th, Palisade is 9, Discovery Canyon is 10th. Pueblo Luis, the team that Morgan played first game of the season, is sitting at 11. So 2nd and 10 from their 39. Snap back to JJ. Rolls out to his right and pass, and that's going to be a nice catch there by Isaiah Ortiz as he got into the open spot behind the defense.
Looks like they're giving them the
first down.
13.
About the 18, I believe, is where they're at.
So 21 yards on that pitch and catch.
Nice job there by the Mustangs. 8:52 left in the second quarter. Lutheran leads at 13-6. Broden Jess goes wide left. Austin Hall outside of him. Three receivers to the right. Snap back to JJ. Looked out, and that pass is going to be caught in the end zone. Nice job there. And that is going to be Aiden Brown.
Touchdown.
So JJ took a pretty good hit from Tisdale, but the catch was there for Brown. 18-yard pass to Aiden Brown.
Touchdown pass was completed to number 11, Aiden Brown.
So we'll see what they do here with the point after.
Yeah, I think JJ is feeling that hit a little bit. He's taking his helmet off and leaning over. But he's a tough kid.
Yeah. Snap down, kick is up and good. So that will tie it all up here at 13 with 8:46 to go.
8:46 to play in the first
second
half.
period.
All tied up at 13.
And the Lutheran Lions are kind of hanging their heads as they walk to the sideline. You know, there are a lot of high expectations at Lutheran High that they're going to go to the playoffs and go far. And
Yep.
this is the start that they were hoping for, but it's all good for the Mustangs. They're playing well. It's not like Lutheran's giving it away.
Nope.
They're playing good, solid defense, good, solid offense. In the passing game, you mentioned how, I don't remember how many yards you said that Cooper, Texas passed.
345 yards or some crazy thing.
345 yards of passing. You know that that's going to be a weakness for Lutheran all season long.
So 13-13 after a 18-yard pass to Aiden Brown with the point after. And kicking off for the Mustangs. I'm not sure that's who that is.
That's all. Rise for the kickoff.
Thiago Hernandez Campos.
Thiago Hernandez Campos, a freshman, kicking off for the Mustangs. Nice kick's going to come down. I heard the whistle blow somewhere where they Mustangs offside. I'm surprised they blow that dead.
Yeah.
So that will be a 5-yard penalty on the
Ball started
Mustangs.
on the offense from kicking team. 5-yard penalty.
But a beautiful night here at Legion Field. A little breeze out of the northeast. It was about 70 degrees, 77 degrees, so it's probably about that, 72 maybe.
Yeah. Sure was a smoky day. I never did hear where that smoke was coming from. I guess I did hear one report that it was from California that had gotten up into the...
Got up into the jet stream, like from Washington and Wyoming and up in there. And
should have stayed up there.
Yeah, keep your smoke. Kick once again. It's going to be a little shorter this time at the 26, out to the 35, 40, 45, and down to the 50, 45, 40, 35, and could be a clip in the back, but there I don't see any flags here near us. But a nice return for Lutheran as they get it down into Fort Morgan territory.
Good job by the sophomore Quentin Ailman for Fort Morgan to save that tackle, or save that from being a touchdown.
So that's from the 25.
Their third drive, best field position of the night.
8:35 left here, second quarter. All tied up at 13. The short field for the Lions is they will go 1st and 10 from the Mustang 25. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Abramson, timeout. Mustangs. This second quarter is brought to you by Sydney Regional Medical Center. Don't let an injury keep you out of the game. Learn more at sydneyrmc.com. So Josh Langford, defensive coordinator for the Mustangs, having a little talk with his group out there. I don't know if they saw something he hadn't prepared them for, but just need to remind them of what they're doing. So 2 receivers right, 2 left. Abramson passing down that right side, and that is going to be broken up. Nice job over there. Who is that? It is going to be Jaden Carrera. That was a jump ball for sure. That could have been either one, but it ends up incomplete in the end zone.
Yeah, I think if he would have thrown that a little bit earlier and a little bit longer, his receiver would have been wide open in the end zone. But as he floated it up there, it gave the defender a chance to get back in there, and a good job of high pointing it and breaking up the play at the last second.
Abramson looks out to the right. Going to be a pass, and that is led him just a little bit too far, and that was Deacon Downing he led. But once again, Jaden Carrera.
Yeah, he seems like he's just not comfortable back there, and it's not like he's getting pressure or anything, so not sure what's going on with Abramson tonight, but
as they get their play sent in with signals from the far side, 2 receivers left, 2 right. Single set back to Abramson's right. Going to put a man in motion. Going to be a handoff to that setback And going to get a few yards from the 25 as we go down.
Stop made on the
Be
near
short of the
sideline.
20 anyway. Let's see where they're at.
Tackle number 13,
He's
Ben
at the
Fritzler.
22, maybe.
That'll bring
Yep.
up fourth down for the Lions.
So 3 yards for Holdridge. Holdridge and Abramson, the only players for Lutheran to get any running yards.
So another fourth down here for Lutheran. I believe this is their third fourth down that they have gone on.
Looks like they're going to call a timeout.
So they're going to call a timeout. So we will take one with them, a 30-second timeout, as the Mustangs and the Lions are all tied up at 13 here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. 30 seconds, please.
Well, so next week we have off. Then we go to Northridge.
Skyview.
Skyview. Oh, yeah, Skyview. You going to drive the bus?
I hope not to. I want to be able to let somebody else take it, and then we can ride up, because I can get off at 4:30. I don't know what time you would be available before 5.
Yeah.
Takes, what, an hour maybe or something. Okay. Brian Nickel, Kevin Rohde back here at Legion Field in Fort Morgan. It is 4th and 7 for the Lutheran Lions from the Mustang 22. So we'll see if they come out with a quick hitter on a slant. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Snap back to Abramson. He looks out to his right. Deep pass down into the end zone and in and out of the hands. Nice job there once again. And this time it is going to be Jordan Perez.
Mustangs will take over on down.
So the Mustangs come up with a stop on 4th and 7. So turnover Lutheran to the Mustangs.
Yeah, that time it was just good coverage the whole time. So Fort Morgan hanging with the Lions.
Yep.
Playing really good. Have a nice 7-minute, 78-yard drive would be fine, because we'll get the ball second half.
So 1st and 10 from their own 22 with 7:33 to go. Snap to JJ. Takes it himself over that left side. He'll get out across the 25, maybe to the 27. Wind picking up here a little bit out of the northeast. That'll be a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 from the 27.
Just his first real run. He had -7 on a sack earlier. He had a lot of success with him running last week against Rush.
Snap back to JJ, rolls out to his right, pass downfield, Isaiah Ortiz out across the 30. See if he's going to get enough for the first down.
Pass is completed to number 23.
Trying to see what, I guess they just stopped the clock because he went out of bounds. They do, they got the first down. Nice job there by the Mustang, pick up that first down to Isaiah Ortiz. So 1st and 10 Mustangs from the 32.
Ortiz's 3rd catch. He had the long 45-yard one earlier, then a nice 21-yard one, and that one 5, but good enough to get us a first down.
Yep. So Frankie Rias and Austin Hall split wide left. Broden Jess and Isaiah Ortiz to the right. Going to be a handoff to Fritzler, and he's going to get about 2 yards to the 34.
Stop made by number 72, Michael
Only gave him
Hansen.
one. They gave him to the 33.
Second down.
2nd and 9. Yeah, there's not a lot of running up the middle. They're going to have to bounce that outside or try to get that. Their passing game has been looking real good tonight. That short pass, either on that slant pass to Isaiah or Frankie, whoever is open there.
That's true. Even the 45-yard one was a crossing pattern that he just broke deep on.
Snap back to JJ, looks downfield, deep downfield, and that is going to be over the head of the intended receiver and intercepted at the 34-yard line by Tanner Tuck.
Intercepted by number 4.
Oh, we got a referee got run over about the 34 there. I'm not sure he exactly knows where he's at right at the moment. Anyway, it's intercepted. Just had a little too much under it.
Yeah, and I think unfortunately the Fort Morgan receiver was bumped. You know, probably college level or pro, they might have got him for a hold or illegal contact, but that was enough to get him to where he couldn't catch the pass and left the defender back there just playing center field. I believe that's his first interception of the year. Don't remember him having one in either of the 2 games.
But he was well covered. They're checking out the one of the officials. When he first stood up, he was off
Walking
balance.
sideways,
Yeah.
wasn't
First down Lions from the 31-yard line.
He's still shaking his head, so okay, I guess he's going to be okay. So Lutheran 1st and 10, and it's going to be a handoff. Oh, nice job by Frankie Rias, the defensive end. He played his position well. Yes, he got the tackle, and that is going to be a loss back to the friendly market at the 25, a loss of 6. So 2nd and 16.
Yeah, they started off good. They had like runs of 20, 12, and 27, and since then their longest is 7, and they've had 4 runs for loss of yards.
So snap back to Abramson. Lots of pressure. Pass over on that right side, and that is going to be, oh, they're going to call interference here, really? That will be against Fort Morgan. I believe that's what it's going to be, Jordan Perez. Maybe it's a defensive holding. I'm not sure, but I've lost the referee here. I haven't seen any indication yet. No, it's not.
Pass interference against the defense.
15 yards.
Still not a first down, though. I don't believe it's still.
Ball is spotted at the 40-yard line.
It'll be
2nd down.
oh, 2nd down again. Okay. Second and 1 from the 40. A big penalty there on the Mustangs. Going to be a handoff and motion against the Lutheran Lions.
5-yard penalty.
So that'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd down.
Things getting a little sloppy here late in the second
This
quarter.
drive is characterized by some undisciplined football.
So 2nd and 6 from the Lutheran 35.
The breeze is picking up a little bit. Feels nice and cool, like maybe a cold front's coming in.
2 receivers left, 2 right. Abramson drops back, pass over the middle. That is going to be well over the head of his intended receiver. But right there in his pocket was Avery Duggar. So that will bring up a 3rd and 6 from the 35. So once again, the way the Mustangs are playing tonight and the way we're not used to seeing Lutheran playing, you know, this is another game right now that the Mustangs can win. I mean, you're tied up at 13 with just over 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Yes, sir, you just got to be disciplined in what you do. A 3rd and 6 from the 35 for Lutheran. Puts a man in motion. Pass over the middle, and that is going to be intercepted on the tip to Jordan Perez as he goes down that left side across the 30, the 25, the 20, and then he is going to be body slammed out of bounds.
Yeah, that should have been a penalty.
Yeah.
The defender had him wrapped up 3-4 yards out of bounds and then body slammed him.
By number 3, Jordan Perez.
So picked by Perez.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Well, that's what the Mustangs needed.
So
We'll trade those 2 interceptions.
That's for sure. And they got down to the 20, so it's 1st and 10 from the Lutheran 20. A chance for the Mustangs to take the lead here with 4:57 to go. Jess in motion, going to stop and reverse, going to be handed off, and nothing there for Broden, there was a flag late. But Ben
Face
Fritzler.
mask. It's like personal foul.
Yep, personal foul, face mask.
Personal foul, face mask against Lutheran.
That should take it down to the 10, half the distance. Oh, they're going to take it from the end of the play.
Half the distance to the goal line and an automatic first down.
So be first and goal from the 10. Is it just outside the 10? Can they? It looks like they'd be able to get a first down. It looks like just outside the goal line.
Yep, it would be at the 3-inch line. But I think they're going to move it up to the 10. I think the official mistakenly spotted it from the spot foul, and it should be from the line of scrimmage.
So they're talking it over at about the 16-yard line.
Oh, they're good to go.
So they can pick up a first down. It'll be close. But it is 1st and 10 Mustangs from the just outside the 10. JJ rolls out to his right. Looks back, he's going to tuck it as he goes to the 10, to the 5. And into the, are they going to call it? They're not going to call it crackback, are they?
Blindside block, yeah. That's what they're going to do.
Yep. Yep. They're just calling an illegal block in the back.
Well, it's not the mistake you make when you're in a tied ball game against a really quality team.
So timeout Mustangs.
Timeout Mustangs.
Back out to the 12.
Yep. So second.
Still first down.
Still first down and 12 from the 12. Yeah, it was. I thought maybe they were going. I could see Austin Hall over there. And I didn't think it was going to be a blind side, but apparently he hit him in the back. I'm guessing that's where it was. He was the one out there blocking.
I think it's because he put his hands out. If he would have just stood there like a basketball screen,
right?
You know, it's hard to call a foul on someone for just standing there. But when you initiate contact to the back or the side, you could argue that the back judge wasn't really in position to see whether it was a block in the back or not, since there's an official 5 feet away. But we're not in the business of questioning the officials. They do a good job. They go out there. We appreciate them, because one thing's for sure: without the officials, we wouldn't be playing football.
That's for sure. So first down once again for the Mustangs at their Lutheran 12. Snap back to JJ, rolls out to his right. He is pressured to pass over into the end zone and caught in the end zone. And that is to Frank Urias for the TD. Frankie found himself open. JJ found him open. And that puts the Mustangs up 19-13 with 4:29 to go.
That was an interesting little pattern, because they had two guys there, and Frankie was coming up on the play, and the other receiver started coming back to the ball, and all the defenders zeroed in on him, not reading the ball, and the ball went over their head right into it.
Right. So the snap.
Oh, they tried to run that swinging gate or whatever crazy, and it did not work.
It fell off the hinges, it looks like to me. So, but a TD pass, and that will to Frankie. And that gives Fort Morgan their first lead of the game, 19-13.
Let's hope that doesn't come back to haunt them later in the game and lose by one. But we'll get the ball after half if we can keep Lutheran from scoring in the amount of time that's left.
Right.
Then we'll get the ball, and if we can march down and get it by 2 scores, I think we'll be feeling pretty good.
Yeah, the Mustangs are looking good. They whether they did or not, but it looks like they worked on their passing drills after that brush game, because these guys are looking it right into their hands. And you know, JJ, of course, he's had real nice passes anyway. So, but he's putting them right on the line to him, and they're hauling them in between Isaiah Ortiz and Frankie on that one. This is where their problem has been, though, is on special teams on the kickoff returns or kickoff. Sometimes you wonder if it wouldn't be behooving just to kick it out of bounds, but they did that the first time, and Lutheran had a re-kick. So, and he is going to kick it out of bounds, but man, I don't know if that's what they wanted or not, but let's see if they're just going to accept it. Looks like they're going to send their offense out, so it'll be 1st and 10 Lutheran.
And if it goes out of bounds before the 35, then they get it where it goes out of bounds. Plus 5 yards, I believe.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to mark it up to the maybe the 41. 1, 2, 3,
so
42.
That's a gift for the Lions.
Yep.
4:29
to go here.
Begins, 1st and 10.
In the first half, the Mustangs now leading at 19-13. So 2 receivers right, 2 left. Going to put the man in motion. Going to be a handoff up the middle, and not much there. Nice job by that defensive front line. Worth is in there along with Noah Vasquez.
Stop for the Mustangs, number 54, Noah Vasquez.
Aldridge is going out. It's like they've got 21 in there. 21 is Finn Lowe.
So a gain of 1, 2nd and 9 from their 43. And the wide receiver took off. He had a whole different number in his head on that snap. That was Deacon Downing. So 5-yard penalty, bring a 2nd and 14.
Yeah, mistake you don't normally see seniors make, but maybe it was his turn to run the fly and he thought he was going to get that touchdown.
He wanted to get a head start. But he is still split wide right. 2 receivers to the left, lone setback next to Abramson. Man in motion. It's going to be a handoff once again. A nice job up front. And let's see the first.
By number 13, Ben Fritzler.
21.
Yeah, I think
low.
I saw in there was Quentin Alleman was first on the hit.
1 yard for Lowe on his first carry. 3rd and 12. 3rd and 13.
Yep.
Long 12. I don't know if they'll go for it on 4th down.
It's hard telling.
It's this-
Snap back to Abramson, and the Mustangs are bringing him, and that is going to be complete over on the far side at midfield, the 45, the 40, 35, 30, and he is tripped up down there, and no flag on the other side. Looked like there might have been a block in the back on the Mustangs, but no flag was thrown.
And who caught that? Did you catch it?
I did not catch to see who that was over there,
Pass is completed for a Lutheran 1st down.
but it'll be 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line.
46-yard pass.
I didn't catch that number on that far side.
I'm going to give it to 11. He won't care.
2:25 and counting. When we go to halftime tonight, we'll do like we did last week. We will send it back to the station for a special by Ben Blecka, and then we'll be back with stats after that. Man in motion is going to be a handoff up the middle. Nice stick there by Ben Fritzler.
Made by
One of
number
the,
13, Ben Fritzler.
and I think it's also going to be,
Number 21, Tyler Hickman on the
I
carry.
saw 34, but there's no 34. So
2nd down.
2nd and 8 from the 14. Minute 49 to go and counting.
He's back in for that one.
Two receivers split to the right, 2 to the left. Brody Rasmussen split wide left. Put a man in motion, play it. It's going to be a handoff into the backfield. And the Mustangs finally bring him down. It's going to be short of the first down. A nice job by the Mustangs to drive him further back into the backfield, and that was Aiden Miraz. So 3rd and 6 from the 12. Minute 5 to go and counting. Under a minute now. Stack receivers to the right, 2 to the left, put a man in motion. It's going to be a keeper by Abramson, and he's going to get down just short of first down territory, so it's going to bring up a 4th down. It's going to be a 4th and 1.
58-yard line.
Fourth and 1. Let's see, they call it, the Lutheran called a timeout. We're seeing 4th and 1 from the 8. It was 1st and 10 from the 16.
Yeah. It's a short one.
Yep.
Well, Mustangs get a break next week, and then go and get a break, get into play Skyview.
Yep.
Team that used to be in our league. Was that back when we were in something 7, Colorado 7,
Yep.
with Vista Peak and Skyview and Arvada. There was some interesting years in Englewood.
A wonderful Saturday afternoon game at Skyview.
Never been so cold.
Rain and cold. We just put our books and papers away and just called the game. It was raining, and it was just minuscule away from being snow, I think, that afternoon. But 4th and 1, a 4th and short one from the 8 for Lutheran with 42.5 seconds. As they run a lineman in, Abramson with a tailback next to him. And it's going to be run up the middle, and it's going to be run into the end zone for a touchdown. I believe that's Holdridge.
Yep.
As he takes it in from 8 yards out.
His second touchdown on the night.
21, Tyler Hageman on the carry.
So ties it up at 19. So we'll see if they can take the lead on the point after with 38.1 seconds. But a good game here on a Thursday night in Fort Morgan. Snap back, kick, and it is going to be up and just inside that right
Extra point attempt is good.
upright. So that will give Lutheran the lead by 1 with 38.1 seconds in 7 plays.
Lions now lead 20-19.
Assisted with some penalties and a really long pass play there.
Yep. So 58-yard drive. So we'll see what the Mustangs want to do here. I don't think they're going to get crazy. They're going to get the ball to start the second half. So one thing you don't want is a turnover here
Right.
to give Lutheran another shot into the end zone. So
I wouldn't put it past Lutheran to try the onside kick again.
It's possible, then.
because they know that Fort Morgan's not going to, be able to do much with it if they kick it deep.
Frankie and Ben Fritzler deep for the Mustangs. Cooper Chisholm up at about the 25. Yeah, we'll see what they do. The guys on the front line
All rise for the kickoff.
have got to be aware. Max Williams to kick it for Lutheran. approaches, and he's going to kick it away. It's going to land, and it's going to get through the hands of Fritzler, and he needs to slow down out of it. Just don't lose anything, buddy. He still is on his feet and finally goes down. We got guys wrestling out here about the 12-yard line.
That never carried into the end zone then, huh?
I don't believe so. He was close.
Okay. I thought he was in the end zone.
And I don't know, he may have touched it out there when it first went by him. I'm not sure.
I think he did, but even so, the ball carries into the end zone. You can down it, and it's a touchback.
So 1st and 10 from their own 5 with 30 seconds left. Here in the opening half of play, Lutheran leads it 20-19. So when we go to half, we will have a special by Ben Bleckett, and then we will be back after that with first half stats. So JJ lines up. It's going to be a handoff to Fritzler. One thing you don't want is a safety. No, you're not going to get a safety, boys. You attacked him out about the...
Oh, but Lutheran's going to call a timeout because you can't take him with you. John Beltran, if you're listening, that one's for you. They seriously are going to take a timeout. Should have just went under center, took a knee.
There's a loss of 2, so 2nd and 12 from the 3. I think that's their 3rd. I think that's their last one. Of course, we thought that last week at Brush, but yeah, there's no use. You're not going to prove anything. Just because you can't. Yeah, you got to go under center here just so you can go up and down it, or at least fall forward with 21.1 seconds to go. So I think you got just be careful with the ball, boys. So we'll see how they line up here. Second
down
and 12 from the 3.
He is under center.
He's under center, so I would think he would just keep it. And he will just go off left guard. And I don't believe Lutheran has a timeout left. And that is how this, make sure everybody gets away, no fouls here. So it looks like we're good. So the first half comes to an end. So we'll send it back to the station for a special by Ben Bleckett as the Lutheran Lions lead Fort Morgan 20-19 at halftime here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Brian Nickel and Kevin Rohde here at Legion Field in Fort Morgan at halftime. The Mustangs trail it 20-19. This halftime show is brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. Borrow your money and do your banking with people you know and people who know you. Stop by one of their locations across the plains or visit equitable-savings.com. Well, Lutheran got the ball first and went 72 yards, went up 6-0. PAT was no good. The Mustangs answered that in 4 plays. Their PAT also no good, 6-6. Lutheran gets the ball back and they travel 62 yards, and the PAT was good, puts them up 13-6. Mustangs 2 possessions later get it at their own 32 in 7 plays. They a 18-yard touchdown pass to Aiden Brown. PAT was good, tied it up at 13. Mustangs take the lead with 4:29 to go in the first half on a 12-yard TD pass to Frank Urias. And then Lutheran gets it back and they travel 62 yards in 7 plays, and they get the PAT. It was a run by Holdridge, puts them up 20-19, and that's where we sit here at halftime. I think Kevin's got some numbers for us.
All right, let's start with the Lutheran Lions. Their main rusher is Holdridge with 10 carries for 44 yards and 2 touchdowns, followed by their quarterback Abramson with 4 carries for 29 yards, and Lowe has 1 carry for 1 yard, giving them a total of 74 yards on 15 carries and 2 touchdowns. Passing, Abramson was 9 for 20 with 1 interception, 1 touchdown, and 162 yards. Those passes went to Tavish, 2 for 30 yards. Runyon, I think, 4 catches for 52 yards and a touchdown. And Rasmussen had 3 catches for 80 yards. Their total yardage on the night so far is 238, which is exactly 100 yards more than the Mustangs. Mustangs end the half with 138 yards. Those came on 14 rushes for 25 yards, so certainly not where we're getting the yardage. Marquez had 3 of those for a -1. Fritzler 9 for 13 yards. Brown 1 for a loss of 4. And Sanchez the 1 good run we had of the half for 17. Passing, JJ is 6 of 7. 1 interception and 2 touchdowns, 113 yards. Those passes went to Ortiz, had 3 catches for 71 yards. Urias 2 for 24 with a touchdown. And Brown had the 1 18-yard touchdown catch. So overall 6 for 113, 2 touchdowns, and 138 total yards. Certainly would like to see those rushing yards increase, but what I see is that they're doing the short passing, which is kind of like just an extended handoff, and that's where we're really doing well against them, because they're used to playing against these high-powered offenses that were throwing it over the top of them. So they're shy and playing deep, and that's opening up that inside. On the other side, offensively, I see Lutheran pretty much throwing nothing but, they had a couple short passes, but nothing but really long passes, and his accuracy's off a little bit, and we're playing really good defense. And so I think overall, we've shut down their rushing game. I wouldn't want to go 15 for 74. I guess that's 5-yard average. But still, it's anybody's game the second half.
Yep. We had really no idea what this game was going to be. We hadn't seen Lutheran this year yet. I know they had the 1 game last week. They got smacked at home pretty good by that Cooper team out of Texas. So, but they're not the high-powered offense that we've seen in the past. But Fort Morgan has also stepped it up this year too, with their seniors that they have. So we'll see what they do. The Mustangs will get the first possession to start it off and see if they can go down and get the lead back. Did have back-to-back interceptions there in that first half. Mustangs were picked off, but Lutheran in their third play on that possession was picked off by Jordan Perez, and he ran it back down to the 12, and that's when the Mustangs on that 12-yard touchdown pass to Frank Urias, that put him up 19-13. PAT was no good, but hopefully that is something they can work on, whether they have to go for 2 from, once, if the kicking game isn't there, they're going to have to try to go for 2. It'd be a shame to see a loss by 1 because of extra point, but it happens. But you're out there trying, but we'll see what the Mustangs can do. They'll get the ball back here and start off the second half. And the third quarter will be brought to you by Buildings by Design. First impressions are important. Buildings by Design will make your vision a reality. Visit buildsbydesign.com. Does he get the clock set?
They're not going to run another 3 yards on us, or 3 minutes up there.
They already ran that, so
oh, good.
We're ready to rock and roll. Make sure Lutheran doesn't come out and try an onside kick. It always puts something in your mind when they try it once.
Yep. Shocker that it's that close.
24-20 Philly, huh? And not a lot of, I was looking at maybe some scores from the high school ranks.
Let's all rise for the kickoff.
There are a few 3A games. Stanley Lake beat Wheat Ridge 42-6. Thompson Valley is at Greeley Central. Centaurs is at Niwot. And Palisade at Montrose. Pueblo East at Discovery Canyon. No scores on any of those right now.
Oh, I thought I saw 7-7 at half on the Pueblo East game.
Another dribble, and they got it.
No,
if
he
he
was
hit it
short.
up, yeah,
He's
it's short. It
short.
didn't go 10 yards. That's got to be a flag. Yep, there we go. Illegal touching, so it'll be.
Yeah, both officials came
Yeah.
in. They both were, saw that the same.
Yeah, if he'd have just let that go a little bit, but I don't know if it might have been touched a little bit earlier than that, but I know he fell on it there just about the 49-yard line.
He just was not patient enough. He picked it up and fell over the line.
Yep.
But it's got to carry on its own.
So that'll put Fort Morgan in excellent field position to start off the second half. Something they need to take advantage of. So 1st and 10 from the Lutheran 45. And waiting for the referee to get position and get the play clock started.
Yep, you had to go explain to the head coach that you have to let it go 10 yards, not 9 yards and 27 inches.
That's right. Hand off to Fritzler, and he's going to get forward maybe for a couple of yards. It'll bring up a second, and I'm going to give him 2nd and 9 from the 44.
One-yard gain.
JJ back to the huddle as he comes over. He gets his play from head coach Harrison Chisholm. Austin Hall comes wide left, Frankie inside of him. Broden Jess, Isaiah Ortiz far to the right. Fritzler behind JJ. JJ rolls out to his right. He is hit just about the time the ball's there. It was caught but out of bounds by Austin Hall. JJ holds it just to the last minute. He had 2 guys coming right in on him, but he got it away, but incomplete.
And according to my unofficial stats, that's his first incompletion of the night.
Yeah, it took way too long to
he was going to
get set
crushed.
up. Yeah. So 3rd and 9 from the 44. 2 receivers right, 2 left. See if the Mustangs can pick this up. And JJ Jukes gets across the 40 down to the 35. Is he going to? Looks like it should be enough. Because that was from the 45. If they mark it, let's see where they mark it.
Official on the other side was a little short.
It's going to bring up a 4th and 1.
Looks like 4th down.
Almost had it, but the 4th and a short 1. It's got to be from the 36.
He got helped out there by some of the defenders who were coming from the defensive line, catching up with him, hitting him, and carrying forward a couple of yards.
So we'll see what they come out with here. They had the tush push last week. Let's see if he's just going to be a keeper by JJ. Oop, timeout. Harrison Chisholm
Timeout.
not liking what he's seeing out there. Harrison Chisholm is the head coach of the Fort Morgan Mustangs. He's assisted by Josh Langford, Jacob Norris, Jim Krackemeyer, Jeff Peterson, Troy O'Connor, Jackson Langford, Tyrone Ortiz, Dusty Quick, Robert Ricks, Joe Hochnoddle, and Bradley Bartels. Head coach for Lutheran is Stephen Robbins, and that's all they have.
Speaking
for them,
of
so.
Fort Morgan coaches, I saw the living legend Rick Call out driving the other day. Didn't recognize him until he was past me, but good to see him out and about. Don't see him at the games near as much as you used to.
Yep.
Used to be able to go over to Wiggins and see him watching his son Reed coach.
Right.
Reed's no longer at Wiggins, so best wishes to the Call family.
Dawson is playing back in Iowa. Here we go, line up for 4th and short. And it's going to be, there's going to be JJ who gives it off to Fritzler, and he gets it down to the 30, but there's a flag on the far side. That was from the referee. I don't know if that's going to be a hold. Oh, face mask, personal foul face mask. So first down for the Mustangs. Initially, he didn't have it, but he kept fighting and handed off to Ben Fritzler. He got it down to the 30, but that'll be a 15-yard penalty. Will it be from the 30 after the play? Or will it be from...
Looks like it's from the end of the play. So we'll give Fritzler the 5 yards.
Be down to the 15, so...
15-yard penalty.
First and 10 for Morgan from the 15. Nice
First down.
job by the Mustangs as they handed it off. Ended up giving it to Fritzler, but then the 15-yard penalty tacked on to the end of the run.
I'm wondering whether at some point that's going to come back to bite him, handing the ball back while he's getting tackled.
Right,
but
JJ with the keeper.
JJ Marquez on the draw.
JJ
2-yard gain on the play. Second down.
on the draw, bring up 2nd down and 8 from the 13.
they're kind of keeping Lutheran guessing.
Isaiah Ortiz goes wide right. Broden Jess out there also. Frankie Rias lined up in the slot. Austin Hall on the near side. Going to be a rollout by JJ. Rolls out, avoids one tackle. There's going to be a pass and to Broden Jess. He is hit hard, but see if he gets the first down or not.
88, Broden Jess.
Nice job of hanging on to that ball.
Yeah, he was
He got
popped
it
over
off.
there.
To the 6-yard line.
Didn't quite get the first.
3rd down and 1 for the Mustangs.
3rd and 1 from the 6. (20-19) Lutheran with 8:40 to go here, 3rd period. Mustangs knocking on the door with a 3rd and 1. This started at the Lutheran 45. Going to be a keeper by JJ. And let's see if he's going to make it or not. I have not seen a
JJ Marquez on the carry.
indication from anybody yet.
Gained a few inches.
Let's see if they're got. Gave him the first down.
Got all of that 1 yard he needed.
So 1st and goal from the 5.
Second gain is good for Mustangs. First down.
Time to punch it in here, boys. Let's get the lead back.
Yep.
Harrison Chisholm sends in the play with JJ. 8 minutes left here, 3rd quarter. Mustangs with the first possession here in the 3rd period. JJ in the pistol formation, 2 receivers right, 2 left. There'll be a handoff to Fritzler, and nothing up the middle. He is stuffed. He was already stopped before the ball came out.
And that was lucky because he's trying to play JJ and pitch it back, and JJ wouldn't have been hit for farther of loss. Oh,
So they marked it. Where are we at? They marked that back to this 8?
I think probably because he, was still trying.
I guess I thought, I thought I'd heard the whistle blow, but maybe not.
3-yard loss on the play. Second down.
2nd and goal from the 8. Yeah, not much there on that run.
And now the short passing game is a lot easier to defend.
Yep. Now your defensive backs can play up. Austin Hall wide left. Isaiah Ortiz in the slot.
Delay of game on the offense, 5-yard penalty.
That didn't take long. Now it's a 5-yard penalty. Guy's not getting lined up in the proper position. Still 2nd and goal, but this time it's going to be from the 13.
Yeah.
That opened it up, give them a little more room to run their pass play. It's going to be a keeper by JJ, and he is hit head on as he tries to go up the middle. It was going to be a keeper by JJ, and just nothing there, no time at all. And that will bring up a 3rd down. That's a loss back to the 18-yard line. That'll be a 5-yard loss, but still 3rd and goal.
Yeah, they had all the momentum there, and then just a few misfortunate plays. And
so 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Fritzler in the eye behind JJ as he rolls out to his right, looks downfield. Pass is going to be in and out of the hands. It was almost caught by, can't see who that was over there, but they were hit just about the time.
but he's hurt.
He's hurt, yeah.
We have an injured Mustang on the far sideline.
I do not know who that is, but he got nailed and then right to the ground. Maybe got the air knocked out of him. Somebody has attended to him fairly quickly. Harrison Chisholm on his way over, and I believe that's also a health person coming over from Fort Morgan, also over there. But 20-19 as we await the outcome of the injured
Yep. Certainly can't
Mustang.
kick a field goal if we can't get an extra point more than 1 out of 3 times. So I guess we have to go for it on 4th and 18.
Yep. Yeah, that excellent opportunity here to start off this 3rd period with got the ball at the 45 after an illegal touch on the kickoff by Lutheran.
All the way down to the 5.
And it's been backwards ever since. That is Frank Urias. He is up walking off the field.
Injured Mustang number 7, Frank Urias.
He's holding that right. I don't know if he's holding that right arm or holding his arm, so.
Maybe it's rib cage. Maybe he took a shot in the ribs.
He got hit pretty hard, I know that, so. Then he landed pretty hard.
Yeah, it's either that wrist or ribs. Hope it's not the ribs. Those take a long time to heal.
4th down for the Mustangs.
So 4th and goal. One receiver to the right, and that is Jordan Perez. 2 to the left. Tight formation. They're going to put Fritzler in motion. He goes out to his left. Wide open. He overthrew him. Fritzler was wide open, and JJ overthrew him.
Ball's incomplete. Lutheran will take over.
It was there for the taking, and they let it get away from him. So that took almost half of the 3rd quarter. 6:06. That'll be 1st and 10
At the
from
18.
the 18. But it was there. JJ just with a little too much mustard on it.
Now we got to get a defensive stop. We have forced him into several 4th downs. Held him on 1. Got 1 interception.
So 2 receivers right and left. Still looking for their play from the sidelines. Looks like they got it. Snap back to Abramson. Play action out to the left flat. And down on the far side, Isaiah Ortiz with the tackle.
Man on the far sideline,
Got a
number 23.
flag at the 20, holding Lutheran. So that play will come back. That will be a 1st and 20 from the half the distance, about from the 9.
So
We do have a
First and
flag on the
19.
field. Offensive holding is the call. 10-yard penalty. Sioux, first down.
See where they mark it back to. The
yep,
about the 9, yep.
used to teach people that 18 divided by 2 is 9. Don't know how many of them remember that, but I'm sure they all do fine.
So first and 19 after the penalty on Lutheran. They're backed up to their own 9-yard line. 2 receivers right, 2 left, single setback. Abramson looks downfield, long, deep pass, and that is going to be well over the head of his intended receiver, almost intercepted by Jaden Carrera, but just off of his fingertips. That would have been huge if he could have got that one.
Yeah, a little miscommunication between the wide receiver and the quarterback. I don't know if at this level they're reading the defense, and he thought he was going deep, and the receiver cut it back across the field.
Yeah, he just a little bit too far for Jaden. So 5:52 to go here, third quarter, and 20-19 Lutheran.
And again, Josh Langford has dialed up a really good defensive scheme to.
Hope they weren't. Mustangs with the pressure, and down goes, is that Abramson that run it, or is that Holdridge?
It's
And
Holdridge.
it's Holdridge got on the handoff, and they're going to drop him back to the 5. Be a loss of 4.
Third and long.
Yeah, that's a really good job of defense there.
So 3rd and 23 from the 5. They spread their wide receivers out. Spreads the Mustang defense. Abramson looks off to his left. Pressure, and ball is going to be knocked down, and that is going to be Jack Worth with a deflection. So that'll bring up a 4th and 23. Nice job there by the Mustangs. Got right into the face of Abramson, and then was able to knock that ball down.
Number 70, Leo Caraballo.
This is the first time he's punted, so
That'll bring up 4th
let's hope
and
there's a
long.
little mishap there deep in their end zone, because he's backed up to the line. Well, not quite to the line, but
See who's back for the Mustangs. Usually it's punt is a wobbly one. That's going to land about the 30 and out about the 34, I think. Aiden Brown was deep for the Mustangs. But not a good punt. 4:56 to go.
yeah, great field position for the Mustangs.
35-yard line, first down for the
First and
Mustangs.
10 from the Lutheran 35. So they need to take advantage of this. They had got down to the 5 and then put it in reverse and could not come up with the 4th down play. Lutheran gets it. Mustangs do a good job on defense, and they get the ball back at the Lutheran 35-yard line with 4:56 to go.
Frankie
Third
backing
period.
up.
Going to be a pitch. Oh, not good. That was a pitch back to Ben Fritzler, and he is tackled for a loss.
Nick Moore,
That is
second down.
about an 8-yard loss back to the 43. So not getting the blocking up front. That was a linebacker, I believe, that came in and got Fritzler on that one. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Fritzler behind JJ. JJ's going to roll out to his left. Look downfield. Gets it away. Deep downfield is Frankie Urias at the 5 at the goal line in for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Mustangs.
JJ Marquez found Frank Urias. So Frankie back on the field after that tough hit over on the far side. Gets the Mustangs back in the lead, 25 to 20.
5, Austin Hall.
Yeah, Marquez's 3rd passing touchdown. 2 of them to Urias. Urias's Frankie's last 2 catches were touchdowns for a total of 55 yards.
So we'll see what they do for the PAT, whether they're going to kick it or you just will go for it and go up by 7 instead of going up 6. JJ with Fritzler next to him. JJ, not much time, gets it into the hands of Fritzler, but he's got to come up short. Not much time for JJ to get anything going, but that will put the Mustangs in the lead by a count of 25-20 with 4:10 left here in the third period. At least the Mustangs took advantage of their second opportunity here in that third period. Nice wide open pass to Frank. He got it about the 5 and took it on in.
And that's one of the advantages of having that short passing game is then the defenders, you know, if you go faking in, they're going to bite on that because you haven't been thrown deep. Yeah, it's looking really well. I think the Mustangs have a good defensive game plan, and the offense is playing well enough to score. Marquez, great offensive, great passing game. And he's getting beat up. He's going to feel it. He's getting hit pretty much every time.
For the kickoff.
So it'd be nice if the Mustangs could win this one, go into the bye week with a win. And that's going to be a kick at the 30, 35 to 40. And brought down outside the 40-yard line. A pretty decent position for the Lutheran Lions as they are going to mark it at the 43, I believe.
42.
42.
Sorry.
Return is to the 42-yard line where Lutheran will begin 1st and 10.
So 4:05 to go here, third period.
This will open up a little bit more of Lutheran's playbook. You're somewhat limited when you're in the shadow of your own goal line.
With one receiver to the left, 2 to the right. Holdridge to Abramson's right. Snap back, looks downfield, pass over here on this left side, and that is going to be incomplete. Nice job there by Jaden Carrera. He was right in the pocket.
Defended by number 14, Jaden Carrera.
Deacon Downing.
2nd down.
And another one where if he would have let him run underneath it, it would have been a heck of a catch to make, but because the defender was right there with him. But he's underthrowing a lot of balls tonight.
A nice job by the Mustang secondary. Waiting for the snap back, and Abramson realigns Holdridge to his right. Drops back. It's going to be a screen pass out here to the right side. JJ could not contain him. Nice job there by Avery Duggar, I believe, on the tackle, but that will be enough for a first down. That gets it into Mustang territory. 1st and 10 from the Mustang 46.
Pass was completed to number 20, Nick Tierney.
2 receivers right, 2 left. Bring it a half to go here, third period. Mustangs lead at 25-20. Snap back, going to be a handoff to Holdridge over on that left side. He's got the 45, the 40, the 35, the 30 is about where it's going to go down, it looks like. But they're not being able to contain the end of that right defensive end.
Yeah, I think he was being held there. Says he released and tried to turn. His jersey was being tugged, but they can't catch it all. So now they're down to the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Holdridge starting to get some yardage again.
Just under 3 to go here, third period. Snap back, Holdridge around that left side. And short yardage on the far side. That is going to be inside the 30, maybe the 28.
It's like a 2-yard gain on the play.
It'll be 2nd 8 from the 28 of Fort Morgan. Back up to the line of scrimmage. Snap back to Holdridge on that far side. A nice job there by the Mustangs. Let's see who that was that got in there. Frankie Rice, they're not going to call it.
They had some sort of personal foul at the end.
I wonder if that was I thought maybe the horse collar tackle. That came from the back judge. Let's see what they're going to call. Personal foul face mask on Fort Morgan.
The personal foul face mask against the
So that will add another 15 onto the run. So it will be first and 10. That will drop it all the way down to where the
another first down
15-yard line.
on the 15-yard line.
Wind picking up a little bit here at Legion Field. Pulling right out of the northeast. Man in motion. Snap back. That'll be handoff to Holdridge on this right side. Tries to cut up. Ball's loose and Fort Morgan is on it. That is Juan Sanchez Calvillo, I believe.
Finger on the play is recovered by the Mustangs.
That is recovered. Nice job there as they forced a fumble.
Recovered by number Juan Sanchez.
I wasn't sure he was coming out because he was helped to the locker room with the golf cart at the end of the first half.
Yeah, so now if we can take advantage of this, burn up a lot of time and score and go up by 2, that's going to put the pressure on Lutheran for sure.
So first and 10 Mustangs right at the 14-yard line. 2:10 left here in the third period. Two receivers, right? Going to be an inside. Nope, it's going to be a handoff to Juan Sanchez. Inside handoff to that H-back. And he is going to be down just short of the first down, I believe. Or did they give him a first down?
They gave him a first.
Okay. First down Mustangs. Nice inside handoff there by JJ to
Gain is good for a Mustang.
Juan Sanchez Calvillo.
24-yard line.
First and 10 Mustangs with
You had an injured player on the field, number 15, Nicholas Park.
that's
Just 2 carries for Sanchez. One the first half for 17 and this one for 14. That's a pretty good average, 15 and a half yards per carry.
so not quite to the 25 yard. It's just going to be the 24. But enough for the first down as they get Nick Park off to the side. Isaiah Ortiz split wide right, Austin Hall inside of him. Juan Sanchez Calvillo at the H-back spot on the left side. Going to be a keeper by JJ across the 25, the 30, the 35. See if he's going to get enough for the first down, and he will. They're going to mark him out
Gain is to the 35-yard line.
to the 35, so that's 11-yard run for JJ. Minute and a half to go here at third period. The Mustangs looking good. Nice ball control offense.
Yeah, they're just methodical and making a couple plays that they didn't call earlier in the game and taking advantage.
I think Aiden Brown in there now. It's going to be inside handoff once again to Juan Sanchez Calvillo.
51 for Mustangs is down. That's Michael Crandall.
Jacob Whitney.
Jacob Whitney. Oh, no, he's the center.
Got rolled up on or something there, but that was a short gain out to the 38 for a 3-yard gain. Bring up a 2nd and 7 once they tend to Jacob Whitney. But some plays, like you said, we hadn't seen any of that inside handoff stuff until just now.
Right. I think that first run by Sanchez in the first half was inside, like the wing, single wing comeback.
So if you're confused by the way the rankings work, don't worry. The Eastern Plains Sports Network has you covered. Every Tuesday we bring you Blackatology on our Spotify channel. Ben Blackett breaks down the rankings and what all the numbers mean in a way that's easy for you to understand. Blackatology is presented by Agricultural Accounting. You're a producer, not an accountant. Let them plow through your paperwork. Visit agmen.co today to set up a consultation. Jacob up and off the field.
Like Jack Worth is in at center.
So we'll see what that changes. Nice snap back to JJ. JJ escapes the rush to the right. He's going to tuck it and run over on that far side, gets some yardage.
Number 8, JJ Marquez on the
Got
carry.
cramps.
Yeah, same kid, that Nick Park.
We have an injured lion on the field.
Put some positive yardage here for the Mustangs. It will bring up a third down from the 42. 4-yard gain, 3rd and 3. That's about the third time Nick Park has been cramping up over there. Stay connected with the Eastern Plains Sports Network on all social media platforms. Follow at Eastern Plains Sports Network on Facebook and Instagram to see what games we're covering, get pictures from ones we're at, and more. We also have several regular podcasts on our Spotify page. Give the Eastern Plains Sports Network a like, follow, and subscription on all social media platforms today.
Jacob Whitney said he was good to go and wanted to go back in, but coach just said, let's just let it breathe a little bit and let Jack have a couple plays at center.
Yep.
Need to develop some backups on that offensive line so that you have some experience.
Just over 49 seconds left in the third period, so maybe they'll hold him out until the fourth period, give him a little bit of rest. But it's good to see both the other players out there, as Frank Urias, after he took that monster hit on the far side, he was the recipient of the touchdown pass that put the Mustangs ahead. And Juan Sanchez Calvillo on the field, as he was the one that recovered the fumble that gave the Mustangs the possession that they have right now. Aiden Brown into the game once again. Let's see what they're gonna swapping sides here with the players. They put Jess and Calvillo on this side. Snap back to JJ. He's going to tuck it and run around this right side, and he is going to get the first down. Just hang on to the ball, buddy, and he does. He'll get it out to midfield. Nice job there by JJ.
Is good for a Mustang.
And he's making guys miss and bounce off of him. He's running a lot tougher than I've seen him.
Yeah.
Long time. He's really come on his senior year here.
8-yard gain.
And on the stop, number 33, Kaden Tinsdall.
So 16 seconds. We'll see. They may not have to run a play. They're going to just let it run down.
And then they'll have the wind at their back second half. Looks like maybe. It's more of a crosswind than.
So that is
the end.
That is the end of the third period with a nice game for the Mustangs. That third period, the Mustangs lead at 25-20 going to the fourth period on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Handoff to, was that Aiden Brown? Yeah, it was a handoff to Aiden Brown. Short gain.
And 3 on the carry.
To the 47, so it will be a gain of 3.
That was a lot of tough effort by Aiden. He was carrying ball carriers with her, or run defenders with him, and having his own lineman kind of pounding in there.
So no hurry for the Mustangs. Up 5, 25-20, marching down the field as they started this from their own 14-yard line. Snap back to JJ on the slant and in and out of the hands of Austin Hall, but right on his tail was Tanner Tuck.
That was a bang play.
And we had a flag in the, didn't see what it was holding.
Penalty against the Mustangs. ineligible receiver.
Okay.
Be a 5-yard penalty.
And repeat second
Second
down.
down.
Second down, they'll put it back into Mustang territory at the 48.
And hopefully that wasn't Jack Worth that just came in at center. Sometimes you get excited and you
Yep.
forget that it's a passing play. But I'm not saying it was him. So if it wasn't, Mom, don't come down and yell at me.
Handoff up the middle once again on that. Bounces out the left side. Not much there.
Number 1, Juan Sanchez on the carry. 1 yard
Yeah,
gain
on
on the
Sanchez,
play,
they're going to
third
get it out to
down.
the 49. So they'll
Boy.
bring up a 3rd and 11.
Need like a 12-yard play right here.
So Juan Sanchez Calvillo will come out. See what the Mustangs can do here. Up 5 with a little over 10 minutes to go. Back up a little bit, buddy. There you go. Isaiah Ortiz, the wide right snap back. Oh, nice block. Nice pass. Oh, big hit there once again, but that'll be enough for a first down. Oh, Frankie Arias has taken a beating tonight, but that'll be enough for really giving him to the 40. I thought he was a little farther than that.
Yeah.
Oh, come on,
Just
boys.
enough.
Oh,
Gain is good for a Mustang.
they gave it to him, so
First down.
1st and 10 from the Lutheran 40.
Tough yards.
Yeah, boy, he is. They're gonna need that extra week to heal up some of these bruises they're getting tonight. And
I don't know if the clock is malfunctioning
what there?
or someone saw lightning. I
No,
hope not.
I hope not. Close your eyes, boys. Oh, the scoreboard went out. Yep. Yeah, there's nothing down there. The lights are all off down at that end. So we'll see what kind of a break that will give us. Well, we're going to send it back to the studio for just a minute while they figure this out. The Mustangs lead at 25-20 with about 10 minutes to go in the 4th period on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Back here at Legion Field, they have got the power back onto the scoreboard. Brad Nickel and Kevin Rohde here at Legion Field. Dylan Watson now running the board for us under the tutelage of Christy Creighton at the studio. 1st and 10 Mustangs after the big hit on the catch by Frank Arias. 3 split to the left. Going to be a keeper by JJ. He goes up the middle. Not much there. Does get it down inside the 40, maybe a couple to the 40, to the
JJ
38.
Marquez on the carry. Gain is good for a 2-yard gain.
Yep.
Second down.
Their 2nd and 8 from the 38. Really, that's the only thing that went off on that end because they're still, maybe they didn't have lights down there before. Maybe it was just the scoreboard that had gone out. So anyway, we are underway here. 2nd and 8 from the Lutheran 38. Snap back to JJ. Rolls out to his left. Going to have to get going. He is going to be brought down. Just nothing out there. As he is going to be sacked almost back to midfield. It's going to be almost a 10-yard loss back to the 48.
That'll bring up 3rd down.
So 3rd and 18 from the 38. Not 38. The 48.
Yeah, I don't know. Last time I called for a 12-yard play because we needed 11 and we got 11.
Now we need
Like
a 19-yard play.
That's 20 yard, 19 yard. Let's just score. But we don't have to get it all on this play. It certainly is 4 down territory. Well, I don't think it's 4th and 20 we would go for it, but if we can get it reasonable, we'd probably go for it.
Timeout, Harrison Chisholm.
Timeout, Mustangs.
I don't know if he's not happy with what was set up or
Mustangs
they just
football
want to make
would
sure
like
what
to thank
they're
the following sponsors.
what they're going to run out there. This fourth quarter is brought to you by Rudy's Tires. With several locations across the area, there's always a Rudy's Tires location close by. And they can even come to you on the farm. Rudy's Tires brings you Eastern Plains Sports Today every weekday on 1010 KSIR.
Bank of Colorado. Wickham Chapter. Morgan Community College.
Our opponent last week, Brush, is hosting University tomorrow, an old rival from the old Patriot League days.
Larson Construction.
Neither of them are ranked at this point,
El Valle Restaurant.
but Brush definitely headed towards having a good season as long as Richie Bruno stays healthy.
Yep.
It seems like University's been in the mix the last couple of years too.
The two receivers right, one left, snap back to JJ as it's going to be an inside handoff to Fritzler across that left side. 40, 35, 30, 25. As he stumbles, but there was a guy waiting for him there, but nice draw there by the Mustangs.
It was good for a Mustang.
As Fritzler takes it down inside the 25.
Edwards.
21.
I got the 21.
Colorado.
27-yard scamper by
Ziggy's Coffee.
Fritzler.
Lodorn Lumber. Edward Jones.
Apparently the Mustangs work better under adversity when it gets down to 3rd and long, and they seem to bounce back out of it right now. The three receivers right going to be snap back, and that's going to be handed off to Fritzler, and that's going to be a yard or two loss.
By number 72, Michael Crandall.
It's going to be 2nd down for the Mustangs. 7 minutes to go here in the 4th period. Mustangs lead at 25-20. At the 24, so it'll be a loss of 3. 2nd and 13 from the 24.
And the defense has been playing good this half, but I don't want to leave it down to them. I'd much rather have a 2-score advantage when we give Lutheran the ball back.
The three receivers right once again, snap back to JJ over on this, rolls out on this right side, and that's going to be a short skip to Isaiah Ortiz, incomplete.
3rd down.
That'll bring up a 3rd and 13.
And Lutherans kind of changed their defensive scheme. They're now dropping a lot more back into the passing lanes and rushing fear, so JJ's not getting as much pressure as quick, but it's a little harder to read as to where to go with that ball.
M&S Electric Motor Repair. Home Plate Restaurant.
3rd and 13, that does stop the clock. Isaiah Ortiz split wide right, Broden just inside of him. Two receivers to the left. Aiden Brown in there once again, snap back to JJ. Looks down and he is hit about the time he threw the ball, so he couldn't get a lot under it.
Fastball's incomplete.
So that'll be incomplete. That'll bring up a 4th and 13 from the 24. So we'll see what Harrison Chisholm
Pressure applied by number
comes up with here. Aiden Brown comes out.
Eric
Ben Fritzler back into the game for the Mustangs. So 4th and 13. This is their 15th play of the drive. They started this on their own 14 after a fumble recovery by the Mustangs. I believe that was Juan Sanchez Cavillo that recovered that fumble, putting Fritzler in motion out here to the right. Nothing open yet, and he's going to get the ball away to Broden Jess down to the 10. Is he going to be there for the 1st down? Is he going to get enough or not?
I don't think they gave it to him.
Looks like he came down about the 11.
Pass is completed.
Just short, I think. They're going to measure, but what a job by JJ to get out of that. But he was going down and found Fritzler open, but we'll see if they're going to be enough. They're going to bring the chains across from the far side. It all depends on the placement. They get the chain gang coming across from the North side to the south side.
Not sure who does the chain gang. Hasn't been the fire department since a couple years ago when Lutheran was here. If you remember that.
Yep.
Fine, howdy do.
So we'll see. They marked it at the 11. If they throw it, if it's tight. Oh yeah, first down, Fort Morgan by the length of the ball.
First down.
All right. That's the first down. We still have some football to play, boys.
And Morgan County Motors.
So first and 10 from the 11.
Sponsors of Mustangs football.
6:16 to go. They should be able to start the clock here. I think it was a complete pass in bounds. They should start the clock, I would think, once they get the ball set.
Yeah, they got to wait for the chains to get over there. So Fort Morgan, slow down.
Yeah.
Of course, they want to go with their momentum.
They wind the clock. Two receivers to the left. Snap back is going to be a keeper by JJ around this right side. There's going to be a hold on that right side. Oh, that'll send it back 10.
The swings of momentum.
Yep. We saw that in that Pueblo East game. Mustangs go down and tie it, and ensuing kickoff, they run it back 88 yards for a touchdown.
So first and 20. We're more familiar and comfortable in this situation. At least this game we seem to be.
And that gives them an extra down, and they can run more time off the clock. So sometimes you wonder, well, maybe we should just accept the penalty and make it second down. But first and 20, JJ rolls out to his right. He's going to pull it down and try to get it up. He does get it upfield. He drops the ball, and it's going to be picked off, fallen on by Lutheran as he was tackled from behind and did not secure the ball. So that will be possession, I believe. Let's see, they're talking it over. I'm sure it's going to be Lutheran ball.
Ball spotted at the 23-yard line.
5:37 to go. It's up to the defense now.
And Lutheran would be well served to be a little patient on this drive and use up all the time. But I don't think patience is anything to do with Lutheran's DNA on offense. They just as soon score right now. And
they got two receivers split wide right, two to the left, running back next to Abramson. Mustangs are going to be offside. It's going to be a free 5 for the Lutheran Lions. Juan Sanchez Galvillo, excuse me, just a little quick into the backfield. So a free 5 yards.
no time off the clock.
5-yard penalty.
So it'll be first
down.
First and 5. From the 28. Snap back, not a good snap. He had to pick it up off the ground. That ball is going to be caught and will be enough for a first down.
Pass is completed to number 11.
I think they just got a
Sideline
penalty on the coaches. They were wanting a holding call, and somebody jumped out there along with the unsportsmanlike conduct on the bench.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against Fort Morgan.
Can't be doing that on the coaches. That's let the guys play. If they didn't throw it, they're not going to call it. So that's 15 yards after the play. That puts it clear out to the 49-yard line. So it'll be first and 10 from the 49.
The 49-yard line.
5:29 to go. Clock is not moving. Now it's ticking away. Mustangs see if they can get another turnover. Two receivers right, two left. Snap back to Abramson. Looks downfield. Deep pass net is going to be complete. At about the Mustang 40, tackled over there by Jordan Perez.
Lutheran first down.
It'll be 1st and 10.
At the 40-yard line.
Lutheran from the Mustang 40.
And now they're doing the little short, underneath stuff and
Yeah, they're
having success with it.
letting the clock run a little bit, but that's kind of what they've been doing all night. So 2 receivers right, 2 left. Pass out here to the left side. Oh, just over the outstretched arm of his intended receiver, Brody Rasmussen.
Number 20, Avery Duggar.
Yeah, I think Abramson's going to watch the film and wish he had a lot of those throws back.
Yeah. So it brings up a 2nd and 10 for Lutheran. That incompletion stops the clock. Pressure's on the defense right now, but they have played well tonight. Snap back, Abramson. Pass out here into the flat. It's caught 35-30, and he's going to get down the sideline, and he's going to get in for the touchdown. And that is going to be Tavish Burt. And that will give the lead back to the Lutheran Lions with 4:32 to go here in the 4th quarter. Touchdown pass to Burt.
Yeah, just that speed.
Yeah, they couldn't get him once they lost containment on that first tackle, and he was wide open going down the left sideline.
Up by 1, they're going to
Go for 2.
try and prevent us from winning with a field goal.
Put a man in motion. Snap back and wide out. Oh, it's going to be over his head, though, so it's going to remain at 26-25.
Attempt is no good.
I'm going to guess, though, we probably will need a touchdown. I don't know what kind of a... Unless they were at the 5-yard line or something, it'd be almost like an extra point, but I'm not sure, what kind of field goal kicker we have besides their kickoff guy.
Well, we'd have to get down to probably inside the 10. So let's see if they try an onside kick again.
It wouldn't put it past me. And past them. They
Yeah.
put it past me all they want, but it'll be 1st and 10. Leave the Mustangs. We'll see if they try to onside kick once again.
Let's see kind of a reverse of that Pueblo East game, and we run it down for a touchdown.
It would work for me. See who's back, Frank, and
Let's all rise for the kickoff.
Ben Frisler back deep. Of course, they haven't been able to, hasn't been getting to them hardly at all. As we wait the kickoff by Max Williams, and that is going to be kicked in out of the hand of Harris. Knowledge he does pick it up, and he is going to be tackled. And it's going to be a long drive for the Mustangs with 4:24 to go, as they are going to have to start from their 6. They're going to say the 7.
1st and 10 for the Mustangs.
So a long field for the Mustangs.
Those defenders on the line are going to be pinning their ears back and coming hard.
Another nice job here. Another nice play. Might be another draw play or a screen play. I haven't seen the screen, I don't believe, this year from the Mustangs. 26-25.
I think I've seen about 2 screens in the last 10 years from the Mustangs.
Set back to JJ. Rolls out to his right and nothing open. He's just going to end up throwing it away.
Pass ball's incomplete. Second down.
but nothing was open. Everybody was covered. Everybody came to this side of the field. When you roll like that, you can't hardly throw it backwards unless it's going to be a screen pass or some type of a deal. But
Right, he kind of ran himself into the boundary there and didn't have very many choices.
so 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs. That does stop the clock. And they are throwing, if they try to go to that left side, they're going to be throwing right into that wind, a kind of a crosswind. Snap back to JJ, rolls out to his right, going to tuck it and up to about the 10, not quite the 10. We'll call it the 10. Be a gain of 3.
JJ Marquez on the carry. Stopped at the 10-yard line. Third down.
Brings up a 3rd and 7. So another
Clock is running.
Yep. See what they call here on a 3rd and 7 from their own 10.
Whitney back in at center. He's hobbling a little bit as he comes to the line.
So 3 receivers split wide left, 1 to the right. Snap back to JJ. Wide open here is Broden Jess at the 15 out to the 20. So that will be enough for the first down. Nice job there by the Mustangs as Lutheran lost sight of Jess.
Gain is good for Mustangs.
But that will
First
keep
down.
the drive alive. And 1st and 10 from the 21. 3:10 and counting. JJ rolls out and it's going to be thrown out of bounds as JJ is tackled to the ground. So that will bring up a 2nd and 10 after that incomplete pass. Stops the clock with 3 minutes and 5 seconds to go here, 4th period. The Mustangs down 1, 26-25. Mustangs got 80 yards, 79 yards to go. Snap back. Oh, not a missed play, but that was almost a horse collar. But JJ breaks out of it, out across the 30. And just go down with it, buddy, before they rip it away from you. Nice job there by JJ Marquez. That was all JJ. As Ben Chrysler went the wrong way on the to get the handoff, and JJ just had to keep it.
But no one's blocking that defensive end on that far side. 72 just kind of let him go, and he was headed right towards Marquez for the big hit. So Fort Morgan's got to work on that offensive line scheme a little bit.
So 2.5 to go. 1st and 10 at the 39, and they're bringing him right up the middle. Handoff to Fritzler, spins out of it. Maybe out to the 39, that's where they were.
Yeah, no
We bring up a 2nd and 10. They had a guy shooting the gap, but he went right by Fritzler. The rest of them, the ones that ended up stopping Fritzler. 2nd and 10 from the 39. 2 minutes to go as the clock rolls.
1 yard gain on the play for Ben Fritzler, number 13.
So we'll see what
2nd down.
they come up where 1 minute and 50. Clock continues to run. Jess goes wide left, as does Isaiah Ortiz and Austin Hall. And they weren't set. That was a mess. Austin Hall was not set at all. JJ
False start on the offense.
didn't give him time to set up.
5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
That's a long time to get it set up when you're working on a short
Did they
clock.
wind that clock, or if we were in the pros, they'd do a 10-second runoff.
2nd and 10 from the 34.
Oh, they are winding
15.
it.
Schoolboys, time to run it. And JJ looks down the left field. Is going to be passed downfield. And that is going to be in and out of the hands of the defenders. There was 2 of them there that ended up knocking the ball away as he tried to get it to Frank Urias. The only thing good about that was it stopped the clock. So 3rd and 15 from their own 34.
Yeah, he forced that in. Frankie had two defenders like 3-4 yards deeper than him, and then he threw it over Frankie's head.
Yep.
Lucked out there.
So 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the left. Snap back to JJ, drops. It's going to be a screen pass in and out of the hands of Fritzler.
Pass falls incomplete.
So that will bring up a 4th down.
His wide receivers didn't do a very good job of selling that one. They only ran about 3 yards downfield and stopped.
Timeout, Muskie.
You got to run like you're running a pattern.
Yep.
Well, it comes down to this. One play, 15 yards to go. Will Fort Morgan end it with just a feel good that we were in it and had a chance?
Yep. They show they can play with them. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
Yeah. I mean, a lot to build on, but when you look and you're 0-3, it's like, what are you building to? But
Yeah. They'll have a week to think about it, 2 weeks to think about it. As they are.
Lutheran would end up surviving after a catastrophe last week.
So minute 23, 4th and 15 from the 34. This is it. Got to get 16 yards. They're going to put Fritzler in motion. They're going to set him off to the left. So 3 receivers to the left. JJ back. Good possession. Wide open. It was going to be caught by Fritzler at the 41-yard line. Nice job there by Ben Fritzler.
And the clock's going to roll once they get that set.
Good for Muskie. First down.
1st and 10 at the 41. Minute 8. JJ back. Ball is going to be in and out of the hands. He threw it just a little bit of high fry for Jess.
2nd down.
We'll bring up 2nd and 10 with a minute and 2 seconds left here in the 4th period. Mustangs have got to get 41 yards in a minute and 2 seconds if they want to win this contest.
They can do it.
They've showed they get a little adversity and they are able to work with it. 2 receivers right, 2 left. JJ back. Pass is going to be in and out of the hands of Fritzler
Pass falls incomplete.
at about the 30-yard line. So that'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Free safety had a chance on the tip-off coming off of Fritzler to end the game, but had to dive for it, and it was in the ground. So Mustangs lived for another play.
58.1 seconds. 3rd and 10 from the Lutheran 41-yard line. 2 receivers left, 2 right. JJ rolls out to his right. And he is going to be hit just about the time he throws the ball. So it will be an incomplete pass. So once again, their backs to the wall. 4th and 10 from the 41. 52.8 seconds.
Yep, so you got to call your best 11-yard play. Or figure that they think that's what you're doing as they're coming up on the line, and maybe go for it all. I don't know.
Isaiah Ortiz to the right. Fritzler and Jess inside of him. Snap back to JJ. Pass is going to be to Fritzler, but it's going to be well short. He's only going to get about 5 yards. So it looks like the Lutheran Lions will survive. They just called they just threw a flag, but I'm sure it's post-possession.
Turnover run down.
Yep, so it'll be Lutheran ball. Yeah, it doesn't really matter, guys, that it's against them.
Yeah, it was post-possession. So we will see what they're up to. Yeah, it will be with 46.5 seconds. I can't believe that they would do anything but kneel on the ball. It'll be 1st and 10 Lutheran from the 22. And they'll just kneel on it unless they have a complete bobble here. This is going to drop the Mustangs to 0 and 3. Lutheran will go to 1 and 1. Snap back and they will just kneel on it.
Lions take the knee.
As the clock runs, it looks like the Mustangs will come up short by 1. 26-25. They'll have to run one more play. And that is how this game will come to an end with 13 seconds and the clock running. But a good game. Mustangs just could not do what they needed to do here towards the end of the game to pull out the victory as they fall by a count of 26-25. We will take a break and be back with the post-game show here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.
Lutheran 26.
Brian Nickel and Kevin Ruddy back here at Legion Field in Fort Morgan. A heartbreak loss here by the Mustangs. They lose it by a count of 26-25. This post-game show is brought to you by Western Engineering Consultants, providing a big firm product with small firm relationships since 2003. Visit westerneci.com. Well, as we said, the Mustangs come up a point short here tonight. Lutheran started off the game in 6 plays, go 72 yards on a Holdridge run, puts them up 6-0. The Mustangs answer that with a TD run of 2 yards by Ben Fritzer, ties it up at 6. Lutheran gets it back and they go 62 yards, a 30-yard touchdown pass to Runyon, and the PAT was good, puts them up 13-6. Mustangs then tie it with 8:46 to go in the second period on a touchdown pass to Hayden Brown, 18 yards. PAT was good, ties it up at 13. Mustangs then go ahead after a interception by Jordan Perez. They take it 12 yards in one play on a TD pass to Frank Urias. PAT was no good, puts them up 19-13. Lutheran gets it back and they score on a 8-yard touchdown run by Holdridge. They get the PAT, puts them up 20-19, and that's how the half came to an end. Mustangs on their second possession of the second half in 2 plays. The touchdown pass to Frank Urias once again on a 43-yard pass puts them up 25-20. The PAT once again is no good. Lutheran gets it back with 4:32 to go after they recover a fumble, and they go 72 yards in 4 plays. The PAT was good, puts them up 26-25. Mustangs get the ball back with 4:24 and go 13 plays, but just come up short on their 4th down try and lose it by a count of 26-25 to Lutheran. So that drops them to 0 and 3, Lutheran to 1 and 1. I think Kevin's got some numbers for us.
All right, for the night, rushing, Marquez ended up with 15 carries for 38 yards. Fritzler, 16 carries for 33 yards and 1 touchdown. Brown, 2 carries for a loss of 1. And Sanchez, 4 carries for 35. Team totals, 37 carries for 105 yards and 1 touchdown. Marquez on the night ended with 11 completions on 29 attempts, 1 interception, 3 touchdowns, 223 yards. The receiving end was Ortiz with the 3 carries from the first half for 71 yards. Urias, 4 catches for 78 yards and 2 touchdowns. Brown had 1 catch for 18 yards and a touchdown. Jess had 2 catches for 18 yards, and Fritzler 3 catches for 38 yards. So total yards for the night for the Mustangs is 328, and the surprise is that Lutheran only ended up with 320. They really had very little offense in that second half. Basically 80 yards on that one drive that they went in, got the ball pretty good position, had some penalties that helped them. So Fort Morgan plays just good enough to lose by 1. They had some chances, certainly had a lot of penalties and a lot of negative plays that killed them, but you cannot question their heart. These kids want to win, they want to play hard. They're proud Mustang players, and you got to keep them hands off because
it was, Lutherans anywhere from 7th to 6th or 10th in the rankings, would depend what you look. So, Pueblo East was the same way. Another game that was close. Another one last week with Brush that was close, but you just can't quite get over the hump to get that first victory. So now they've got 2 weeks to think about it, as they will be off next week, their first bye week. They'll be back 2 weeks from tomorrow, as they will travel to Skyview on that Friday. So it, as you said, they've got heart. I mean, it's out there. They want to win, but they overcame a number of fourth down. They just could not get that last fourth down there with about 40 seconds left in the game. They picked up about 3 fourth downs there in that last drive, but just could not get what they needed there in that last possession, and Lutheran comes away with a win 26-25. Our player of the game, or players of the game, is brought to you by Premier Farm Credit. For over 100 years, they've been providing affordable, reliable, and consistent credit. Visit premieraca.com. So,
I think, again, it's like we talked last week, it's kind of hard to not give it to the quarterback because he's just in that position where he does everything. But Fritzler had, a pretty good game. He ran 16 times. He, caught 3 passes. So I'd have to say Fritzler or JJ, whichever.
We could have players of the game. We could have dual players of the game. So maybe we'll just go ahead and do that tonight with Ben Fritzler and JJ Marquez. I know there was some good hard hitting out there, that's for sure. I know the boys took some big hits and they delivered some hits. So, but they come away with a loss. They go to 0-3. Get a couple of weeks to think about it before they make a trip to the Denver area and take on Skyview. And that will be in 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Right.
So we will wrap it up here from Legion Field. Our producer and engineer for Fort Morgan Mustangs football tonight has been Dylan Watson. For Kevin Rohde, this is Brian Nickel. Once again, the final score from Legion Field, the Lutheran Lions 26, your Fort Morgan Mustangs 25. You've been listening to Fort Morgan Mustangs football on Morgan County's B106, B106.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Good night, everybody.